Hey guys, what's up? It is me, Bolt, on another video. Today we're back in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Man, oops. Ignore that. Right, it's been a while. So we're back in Microsoft Flight Simulator. As you can tell, we are flying the Boeing 737-700, I believe. Yeah. So we are flying from CYQG-DTW in Detroit. So, right. Before we get going, we must debrief. I should say brief what we're gonna do, not debrief. Debrief would be afterwards. Yeah. Anyway, so the plan is we are going to fly to DTW. It looks like there is some low clouds, which may be a potential issue upon landing, but we will, of course, see when the time comes. Right, so V1, so anything prior to V1, which is going to be 135 knots, if anything should go wrong, I will abort the takeoff. Then a VR, or known as rotate, is going to be 140 knots, and we are taking off with flaps 10. I just pulled those numbers out of a hat somewhere. They're completely made up. There's no calculations involved. I just thought they would be reasonable enough numbers. Right, like I said, the weather, low clouds, potential low visibility upon landing, and so, which may be an issue. Therefore, should we have to do a go-around, we will fly straight out to 3,000 feet. Then we will turn according to whatever flight path we have been assigned, whether we fly left or right. Right. Let's get in with it. Let's do this. Alright, cool. So everything is configured. Let's just do a quick controls check. Okay, push forward, pull up. Alright, everything looks good. Auto brake set to ejected takeoff. Flaps look good, everything looks good. Right. Let's get in with it. Let's start. Alright, parking brake is off, and yeah, let's do this. Alright, so increase throttle. Okay, engines are stable. Set takeoff thrust. Takeoff thrust has been set. Oh, let's maintain the center line. Airspeed, check. V1, rotate. Gear up. Now, one thing I noticed, this was installed, so this is a little. Oh, this is a flaps up. All right. Now this is a little. All right. One thing I noticed about this plane is I downloaded it, so it's a little finicky. I have to play around with the throttle lever, the gear lever, because when I put the gears up, for whatever reason, it doesn't go up on the first click. I have to put it down and put it back up, and then it'll actually go. Same thing with putting them down. Alright, so we're going to go up to 5,000, the flight level of 5,000 feet. Now, I'm going to be doing some maneuvers for the sake of time, not necessarily realism, just so this video isn't too long, you know what I'm saying? Like, because there's a point in time where videos are too long, then it's just boring and nobody really wants to pay attention. Right. Now, I'm going to be hand flying this because I can't seem to get the auto throttle working. The autopilot, sorry, working very much. Therefore, I'm going to
134.3 PMDG
be
737.
manually flying this, which is
Detroit approach
builds my
PMDG
skills, I guess.
737
For when the time comes, I get my actual license. Alright, there we go. We got about 20 nautical miles left to go. It's a short flight. Realistically, you wouldn't go on a plane for this, a full-on airplane like 737 because it's a, I mean, would you though? I mean, yeah, I don't know. We're a little high, 6,000. Ideally, we're at
118.9
5,000 feet.
Detroit approach PMDG 737 6,200 feet.
Once again, like, I'm doing this just for the sake of time, and like, 'cause I'm not gonna go all the way up to 36,000 feet. I don't even know if you would go that high. I don't think you'd go that high if it's like a short flight like this. Cause like, the second you get up, you probably won't even make it up there before you have to start descending again. Uh-oh, we got a master caution. I wonder what that's all about. Okay, so it looks like that the low clouds isn't going to be necessarily much of an issue when coming into. Right. So the go-around procedure is, if we're at 1,000 feet and we're not fully stabilized, we do a go-around. I'm only doing one for the sake of time. I'll do one unless I come in again and ATC tells me to go around because it's a plane on the runway or something. But other than that, I'll do one, whether I drill it into the ground, do a whole hard Ryanair landing, or a nice soft one. I'm landing on the second attempt just for the sake of time. This is a flight simulator after all. It really doesn't matter. Like, this is ultimately for fun, really. I mean, although you can train, but because this is pretty realistic. But what we're doing this for is just really for fun. I can see the airport in sight. Yep. Right, guys, it is almost Halloween. That is so, like, it's incredible how quickly it came in my opinion. It's like it was on Monday, it's Halloween, and I'm going as a pilot. Comment down below if you're trick-or-treating or something, or what you're going as or something. Also, we're gonna dress out in our uniforms for school on Monday, so that's gonna be fun. I always like that one. Now like I said, I'm gonna do maneuvers for the sake of time, so this video isn't like an hour long. This is incredible. It's incredible. Look at that. I go here occasionally to visit family. It's the reason why I go here. In fact, I watch that altitude. I want to consider trimming. Oh wow, so watch I gotta speak to you. Nah. Usually they would like, huh. That's cool. Usually when I, oh god, what happened to that plane? Usually what would happen is like when I fly over it, it would tell me that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a circle around and, oh god, it looks like the, god, what on earth is going on over there? Jeez. Alright, we're circling back. Yeah, they would automatically, oh, watch our bank angle. Then the plane will tell me if I'm going a little too steep there. Where is it? There it is. Ay, 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 what's going on? These planes are being, like, flung like, in crazy directions. Jeez. Man. Oh, wow, we're a little high there. Sorry if I'm not talking, I really don't, I didn't anticipate that I'd have to be circling around, because I thought it would automatically call in and tell me I'm ready, and do all this, and tell them that I'm ready to land automatically. I didn't really have to I never anticipated I had to fill in that space with talking. So if I'm not talking, that's why, and I don't know why. I don't know what to talk about. Okay, so we're approaching the airport. They should automatically call in and say I'm ready. Usually. Huh. Is the tower not active or something? I don't know. I might have to actually do this on my own. Jeez. Right. Yeah. Alright, looks like we'll have to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in on one of the runways here. I don't know. Okay, so we're going. So we're going to level off at 3,000 feet here. Then we're going to basically do a giant circle, and I want to come in on one of those runways that go that way. So we're going to do a giant circle, really. Yeah. Alright, level off at 3,000 feet. Then we're going to get ready for landing. Okay, so we're going to get down to 3,000 feet. There's the airport. That's so weird. Usually it would automatically call in and tell me, oh, ready for landing. Okay. So then once I'm flying parallel to the airport, then I'm going to start getting ready. I'm going to start putting some flaps out, but I need to really drop the speed here. And we need to push down, we need to go down too, because like, we're way too high. Once we're about 3,000 feet, that's when I will. Okay. We're just under a pull up. What flaps are we at? Oh, we don't want to stall. Alright. So if I'm not talking, that's because I'm focusing on landing. Okay. Another bit. Oh. Alright, we should be turning, consider turning now. Also pulling up a little bit. Okay. Oh man, those criminals, listen to them go. Look at them go, absolutely wild. I'm trying to look at a potential runway. I think I'm gonna run over there. Line up for one of those. Alright. Put the gears down. Like I said, it's a little finicky. See, watch this. All but the nose gear is gonna go down. But then once I do that, you know what? Let's screw the 1,000 thing. I just need to get down, man. I see a good runway. We can go in. Sorry, no, you can't see my finger because there we go. I think that's what we're gonna go for. Let's careful. On speed brakes. Rejected take, auto brake set to 2, that should be good. There we go.
1,000.
Alright. We are looking good here. And if ATC tells me what on earth are you doing, I didn't tell you when, well, that's too bad, because Microsoft Flight Simulator is not doing what it's supposed to do. We are not even the
Detroit Metro Tower PMDG 737 is 3 miles southwest, 900 feet with Quebec to land.
Oh, go around. Alright, flaps up. Flaps up. Positive climb. Positive right, go up. Alright, 90 left. Alright, cool. Alright, now it's doing what it's supposed to. Alright, let's climb straight out. Let's climb to... Those things are still going absolutely wild. Alright, we want... Oh shoot. Looks like I will have to be doing that manually.
Clear to land runway 9er, left PMDG 737.
Right. Alright guys, it looks like things are back to normal. Oh, shoot. I'm climbing too high there, man. Okay. Now we're good, now we're good. I was about to land on the wrong runway. That would be bad. That would be bad. Okay, so I have some bad news. So when I was recording a video, I had to pause it to do something, but then I discovered that I did not hit play. So I was editing the video to put my intro and outro, and cut the boring bits out. But then I discovered that I didn't hit play, so that was very frustrating. So we're back at it again. So we're back in the air. I did a quick. We're doing a quick landing here, so no big deal. Right. So let's really just. So everything should be configured for us. We got flaps, all good. Let's just quickly on the speed brakes. The auto brake, that's good. I'll update it again. I'll just make it go one extra tick. And then just relax. Alright, oh, I got a crazy story to tell you. On Wednesday, not last Wednesday, but Wednesday before, early in the morning, so this was like first period at my school, the cafeteria caught on fire. It was a small fire, it didn't cause much damage, but a fire nonetheless, and we had to be all evacuated to the field. So now we didn't think much of it. We didn't think there was an actual fire, but I only found out next period when we were all sent back that there was an actual fire, so that was crazy. And then later that day in chemistry, I had a fun fire lab where we put certain substances over a flame and create different colors, flames. And then even more crazy, later that night, so at like 9 or 10, there was a crazy house fire near my house. Well, I shouldn't really call it a house fire because it wasn't necessarily the house. It was just a couple of trees, some shrubs, and a shed. But so I heard Mom and Dad talk about calling 911, and I was like, uh-oh, because you don't want to have to call 911. That means something's not right. And so I was watching YouTube, and I went out, and looking out the window, I saw this massive fire. I was like, oh my God, I was shocked. I was like freaking out, because the worry is it would spread, and our house might have been infected or burnt, because it might spread to the neighbors, and then it might grow into this gigantic fire. But, so I put on my shoes and I ran to the scene as fast as possible, and the whole street was covered in police cars and fire trucks. There was even an ambulance to make sure everything was alright. Luckily, the fire wasn't on the house, it was on the, so the property wasn't really damaged, but, and luckily it was pretty quickly dealt with, so, yeah, at the end of the day, it was all good. Alright, this is the critical.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
Sink rate.
100.
A little too high here.
50. 30. 20. 10.
That was actually a nice landing. Just a little off the center line. Make sure reversers are activated. Yep. Alright, that was actually a good landing. It sounded much harder. That's because there was a bunch of. That's because the speed brake arm was. It sounded much. The speed brake lever had it was when we touched down, the speed brake lever moves back to the ground to open the ground spoilers, so that's what a lot of the noise was. And I guess touching down always makes a noise again. Right, no kidding there. It looks like I want to turn off the runway here. I think, okay, I'm gonna.
Detroit Metro Ground PMDG 737 request taxi to the gate.
I just chose a random. Now that was actually that was the first. So when I forgot to press play, that was the ground controller that they handed me off to 119.45. So I chose that one again. Okay, so we're going to gate Sierra 129. I'm not going to worry about excessive taxi speed because this is a simulator. It doesn't matter. We're not going to get in trouble with the FAA or company or whatever. This is a simulator. Who cares if we go a million miles taxiing? Nobody's going to bust us. No one's going to be like, hey, you can't do that. Sure I can. It's the simulator. Although when I'm taking turns, I do slow down so I can actually. Now, this thing compared to the Boeing 777, this thing handles really well, which is ironic considering I'm not really doing too well on keeping on the center line, am I? Alright. So yeah, I'm recording this at 6 o'clock, so San Diego time, so I've altered the time in Michigan, so I can land in the night in the daytime, so you can see what I'm doing. Looks like there's no marshals, so we're just gonna have to just park ourselves. Oops. Alright, so that was that. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe, and like always, I will catch you on another one. Peace.